So Dan, I know an awful lot of people have put off same-day courier because of their perceived cost. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not as expensive as people might think it is. Effectively, in some occasions it's more cost effective than an overnight service, and one of the good things that we offer within our solution, in particular for argument's sake, is when somebody is booking an overnight delivery, and let's say they're selecting time delivery functions and things like that, the system will actually give a same day price, and you'll be really, really surprised on how many people actually end up upgrading an overnight delivery to a same day because the cost difference isn't that much.
And where would you say that the cost thing comes into its own? From my perspective, local deliveries are often more cost effective same day, but also when you've got a really big consignment, when you can actually fill a vehicle with, that can still be more cost effective, can't it?
Absolutely, and even when people are sending pallets through an overnight pallet provider, if they've got 3 or 4 pallets going to one destination and the mileage isn't huge, and actually in most occasions it's more cost effective to have a vehicle that's going to drive it there than putting it on a pallet network.
I think it would also be worthwhile sort of underlying the risk cost benefits. And again, we always say this, that if the cost of your goods not arriving far outweighs the cost of the dispatch, then it's really important to do that. We've had people that have dispatched £82 million worth of tenders that were due to go up to Edinburgh from Guildford. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And the receptionist was new and she wanted to put that on an overnight carrier. Now the cost of those goods not arriving at the 12 o'clock tender time would have been catastrophic for their business. As it was, we upgraded it to a same day courier and they happily won the tender. So same day for when it's really urgent and important, time bound, and when it absolutely positively has to be there.
Do you know, I'm gonna throw one out there now as well. It's almost the equivalent of you catching a bus or catching a taxi. Sometimes it's appropriate to catch a bus. Because
That's
it's
a really
a lot more cost effective, but you're going to stop many times along the way. It's going to take you a lot longer. You're going to have to wait around for the bus in the beginning. Whereas sometimes it's way more convenient and it's worth paying that little bit extra to catch a taxi, knowing that when it's chucking it down with rain outside, you're going to just go. You're not going to be waiting around. You're going to get there far, far quicker.
That's actually a really good analogy. So you're just going to have to decide whether you fancy a bus or if you fancy a chauffeur-driven car, aren't you?